And, oh no, disaster has struck for the man we're on board with here. So I'm just going to switch to Maggot. Glassy has lost his electricity. It's died. So he is not in the lobby. And that is a real shame. Just at the race start as well. But here we go. Okay, let's go. And to be fair, I don't know if you saw that start. Glassy got an absolute flyer, but then backed off. Colin now in the lead, and hopefully Glassy's AI won't mess things too much. And Aston Martin, a Red Bull collected as well. Andrew collected. There's a few cars there. Actually, a few more cars as well. Alfa Romeo getting caught up as well. Thank you for pointing that one out, Kieran, because I couldn't quite see. And Glassy's AI remaining in front of Higgsy here. Higgsy needs to get past this because, unfortunately, that's going to really be a cork in a bottle. As you can see, Colin, 2.7 seconds up the road. We've got Giraffe and Jewel and Backer fighting behind, and here comes Higgsy. He'll be going for that, but behind we've got the Alpha Tauri of Jewel on Giraffe, but Giraffe really making those soft tyres work. But strategy-wise, it's gonna be interesting for what Giraffe can do.
Higgsy has got past Glassy.
Yeah, and he needed that. And
Colin has a 3 seconds lead.
Yeah, he's. As Giraffe goes in very, very deep, outbrakes himself, nearly running into Glassy, or Glassy's AI, I should say, and that's allowed Jewel Warrior back past. But the problem is we've got a cork in the bottle, which is Glassy's AI. Unfortunately, it's such a shame that he lost connection. But the rules in RPM are you can't rejoin in the race session, unfortunately, because of the way it can glitch the lobby. But Giraffe now on the inside of the Alpha Tauri. The Alpha Tauri runs wide off the road. And it's all kicking off for this battle for third place here. And we've got Andrew and is it Dragos in the pits there at the back? Yeah, Dragos. Yeah. And it's been a bit breathless so far here, Kieran. It's all kicking off. And here comes Backer having a look. He's going to have to stay back here. He'll use the DRS. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. And that is Giraffe, Entity's teammate. And he's backwards in the wall there. I think he's done exactly what you said, Kieran, before we came on air, which was dropped it on that outside curb.
Yeah, I think that's what Inorganic did on Tuesday.
Oh, okay, yeah, and just lost it. Oh, we've got another spinner. That's Jewel. So now the podium battle is on between Entity and Backer, but look who's there. Huss. He's got a run on both of them, and he's going to the inside, darting to the inside. And they're trying to get an angle for it. Backer will take round the outside. Just keeps it there. Entity now has got the run on Huss, though. And we've got Quinn, who's getting keen behind. It's all kicking off here. And while all this is happening, Colin is now 7 seconds up the road. So Colin is in cruise control and on probably the best strategy for that on the hard tyres. But we do have another yellow flag. I think that's around the outside. First person we've seen making that overtake into there as Backer picks up a 3-second penalty. And it could be a bit of a war of attrition on the penalty front. There's a few people picking them up early. As Quinn now past Davey and Huss, but he's in an Alfa Romeo sandwich. One goes up the inside, the other one's looking around the outside, and Davey sent it on both of them. Oh! Yeah, there is in the background. I thought sinful. It was Quinn. I looked behind, and it is sinful.
It's a
good spot.
Oh, it's virtual safety car.
A virtual safety car. Is anyone pitting? There is a pitter, and that is Davey. Yeah, great spot there, Kieran. I saw it in the background of where I was looking, and I thought it was Quinn who I was on board with, but it was just behind him. And Entity, as I go on board with him, decides not to go with Colin quite. I only say this because I know you'll be watching it after Entity, and then get a penalty for good measure as well. I'm glad to see he had a penalty against him because Brighton knocked Stoke out of the cup the other day, so he deserves that. Oh, Davey and Luke having a battle. We'll get on board with that. And they are very, very close here. And
Dave,
yeah, he's done that a few times, Davey. And DRS is being enabled this lap. These guys proper fighting it here, but so are Backer and Higgsy ahead. And actually, surprisingly, at this point in the race, Backer, who didn't really have any real pace in qualifying, I feel like I'm being really offensive today. Oh, Giraffe is DNF'd. Yeah, Inorganic, great spot. getting caught by Bakker. But I'm just surprised because Bakker was, I think, was he 11th for something in qualifying? Didn't show this much pace, but maybe he's got a good race setup. Oh, and Bakker just outbraking himself. Luckily, I think neither of them got damaged there. And be careful there. I can't see any contextual damage, but unfortunately tonight I don't seem to have the. Let me see if I've got the session data.
Past entity.
No, I don't.
Second.
Oh, Maggot past entity. Great call, Kieran. Oh, as I say that, I've just missed. And Davey, again, he sent it up the inside. He's been so late on the brakes tonight. He's loving that. It's like prime time, or Danny Ricciardo in his prime, I mean to say. And yeah, as you said yourself, Maggot did get past Entity, but Entity now coming back at him here, Kieran. And this, I'm guessing you've been on board with this battle, and it's really shaping up this one out front, isn't it? As Maggot close on Entity now, and this is the battle you've been watching, and he's going around the outside, and yeah, loads of respect. And I think Entity's tyres have had it here, to be honest. Yeah, no, just in behind Luke and Huss here, who are battling, so we could end up with a 4-car battle very soon. As we were saying, it was starting to get stretched out. It's starting to get very bunched up. Alfa Romeo pits of Huss there. And Luke's out! And he just launched it out of the last second to last corner, and he's flying. And Maggot caught out a little bit, but Entity, with that extra grip, gets a very, very nice start in behind him. But Davey also looking very racy. Huss dropped back a little bit, but the fight for the podium positions is on. We've got a 7-lap sprint to the end here. Seems to be much, much higher than the other drivers. And he's just a bit more committed getting on the throttle. You can see here he's gaining on Entity, gaining. And Entity, I think, is going to lose this position pretty sharply. And Davey needs to get himself up that road. And, well, to be fair, Entity will be hoping to go with him because of his penalties. And Davey now keeps it all moving in the right direction now. And he's so committed here, Davey. He was using the curb on the outside, which I get really scared of. It's one of those things you have to take into account when you're racing, is that penalties could become vital. And as you said, you just maybe take a little bit more care.
Higgsy's got past Tesla.
Yeah, and he's going to be under pressure, though, as the Alfa Romeo dives up the inside. Oh my God, there's 5 cars on track. Yeah, and the Red Bull goes in deep. Oh, contact with the all tyre. It looks like it was all tyre to tyre contact. But the Alpine's round and the Red Bulls hit him, and it's that. That looked like it was Andrew that hit him in it.
Dragos span.
Yeah, Dragos span, and I think Andrew hit him. And Andrew, for a race that looked so promising before the race, it's just come unravelled. There's Bakker and Higgsy. Yeah, I'm going to get on board with that because that looks like that's kicking off a little bit. As Higgsy runs wide, Bakker will try and go around the outside. He does get it done. Maybe Higgsy's struggling for a bit of traction there. And I imagine this battle could be going on for a little bit longer. They've been close on the track a few times, these guys. I think he would have been hoping for a podium, though. As I say that, Quinn is looking for the move on Huss. And he steps away from it for a second, knowing it'll have DRS in the run down to turn 3 here. Goes, opts for the outside, partly because Huss takes the inside. And I tell you what, Huss is defending like an absolute champion tonight, but I think Quinn's got that one. He gets the inside line and Quinn is through. And now that's put Bakker right onto the back of this. And Huss under some serious pressure right now. And he's been defending amazingly tonight. He should teach a class on that. Absolutely brilliant with his 17-second penalty.
Higgsy's going side by side with Bakker.
I'm just on board. If you keep us up to date, Kieran, keep shouting it at me, because Davey and Maggot very, very nearly collected each other for second place there. As Colin wins the opening Grand Prix of the season in amazing fashion there, and Maggot will just keep Davey behind him. Now get back to this fight. Bakker and Higgsy. And Higgsy under massive amounts of pressure, but he doesn't have that penalty, so he's going to go up some places. As you see there, he does get 6th place. You'll be pleased to see there, Kieran. Moves Entity actually lost out to Huss in the end. He didn't build up the 6-second gap. Huss finishing 4th, making it a Alfa Romeo 3 and 4, so really good result for them tonight. Got Cosmo crossing the line. Glassy, which is AI at the moment, so we'll go on board with Andrew, who's been really unlucky tonight in his Red Bull.
Glassy might take P9 with the penalties.
Yeah, I mean, Cosmo got so many penalties there. It was, I was getting scared he might get disqualified, to be honest. Yeah, and it's unfortunate for Glassy tonight. Andrew also got very unlucky, and Jewel rounding off the finishes in 12th.